Good morning, my name is Hanna Gizaw, and I'd like to present my 3 months progress on my research topic, which is the effect of paternal age on the development of congenital anomalies. First about myself, I work as a resident doctor at the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology at Semmelweis University. My vision is to provide better antenatal care and higher quality of life for the newborns. And through my research project, my mission is to provide evidence on optimal paternal age for having children. Currently, I have 2 ongoing projects on the same topic. In the first one, I'd like to find the answer for investigating the effect of paternal age on the occurrence of congenital anomalies on a global level by working on a meta-analysis. And in my second project on a national level via a population-based study. First, I'd like to talk about my first project. It has the work title of Investigating the Influence of Paternal Age on the Development of Congenital Anomalies. Overall, 2 to 4% of live births involve congenital anomalies, which means it's quite frequent, causing significant medical, surgical, cosmetic, or lifestyle consequences. And by this, there is an increasing number of fathers at the age of 40 and more, and not only advanced or higher age of the fathers, but also the low paternal age can be associated with an increased incidence of congenital anomalies. And currently, there is no consensus on the optimal paternal age for having children. So my aim is to investigate the association between paternal age groups and the incidence of congenital anomalies. My clinical question would be, are there paternal age groups with an increased incidence of congenital anomalies? My study population would be the newborns, and I would compare different age groups of fathers, and their outcomes are congenital anomalies. These are structural congenital anomalies. My hypothesis is that there are paternal age groups that increase the incidence of congenital anomalies in the newborns. And my clinical implication would be to increase childbearing awareness and lower the incidence of congenital anomalies. We've carried out a systematic search in 3 comprehensive databases, and we came up with almost 10,000 hits at the end of November, with my final search key on this slide. I also have 3 key articles. These are studies, and all the 3 have very large sample sizes, and these are quite adequate since 2 of them are from this year, and the last one was published in 2017. And these articles have the same work frame as me, so the same PICO. As I've mentioned, out of the almost 10,000 hits, after the duplicate removal, the title and abstract selection, and the full text selection, currently I have 31 eligible articles. We've also submitted the Prospero, and currently we are at the data extraction phase, which we are planning to start next week. Let me talk a little bit about my second project, which has the work title of Investigating the Influence of Paternal Age on the Development of Congenital Anomalies in the Hungarian Population between 1980 and 2009. In 2021, in Hungary, congenital anomalies occurred in 4.5% of live births, which correlates with the worldwide numbers. And as it's visible on this graph, by 2016, only half of the fathers had their first children under the age of 25, like in 2000. And in 2060, 5% of the fathers were at the age of 45 or more. To emphasize the importance of this slide is that the age of the fathers at the birth of their first child increases. And still, there is no consensus on the optimal paternal age for having children. So my aim is to identify paternal age group in the Hungarian population for congenital anomalies. My clinical question is very similar to the first one. Are there paternal age groups with an increased incidence of congenital anomalies? My population, again, the newborns, and I compare different age groups of fathers, and our outcome is congenital anomalies again. My hypothesis is that there are paternal age groups that increase the incidence of congenital anomalies in the newborns. And my clinical implication would be to increase childbearing awareness and lower the incidence of congenital anomalies. Let me talk a little bit about our study design. Our data are going to be collected from the Hungarian case control surveillance of congenital anomalies, which is a quite unique database with more than 32,000 very detailed data about birth defects. Apart from the paternal age, it includes the maternal age and also the medications that the mothers receive during their pregnancies. And the comparator data are going to be extracted from the Hungarian Central Statistical Office. And by this study period, which was between 1980 and 2009, there was more than 3 million live births in Hungary. So to sum up, I'm looking forward to finish these 2 ongoing projects by next year. And I'd like to thank you for your attention with a very kind quote from my heart: "Science is magic that works." Thank you.
Thank you for your nice talk. One question for each topic. To the second one, why do you stop your evaluation at 2009?
Thank you for the question. The reason for not collecting any more data is the lack of financial resources.
I see. That's a pity. And what about the age groups? Age is a continuous parameter. How do you form the groups? And why do you form the groups?
Yes, thank you again for your question. This is one of the most difficult questions currently, and we have long discussions with the statisticians about this topic, because we still didn't decide whether to use age as a continuous variable or define different age groups, because the articles that we found or went through use different age groups. So it's very, very hard to define this. So yes, I don't have the exact answer for this question.
I would like to ask for your first topic, why age on the only one thing, only one factor that you consider? So have you been thinking about to compare other factors like health status or lifestyle or education or something like that, or not? Or why do you choose only one factor like age? Thank you very much.
Thank you for your question. It is because there is still no consensus, as I've mentioned, on the optimal paternal age for having children, and the answer for the second part of your question is that no, we are not going to involve in any other factors. This question comes up quite often during our meetings, but now we are going to limit only on the paternal ages.
I would like to congratulate you for the wonderful presentation. I have a question regarding your second project. You mentioned that they have plenty of data on other things as well regarding the babies, like medication of the mother and I guess age, smoking status, and so on. How you plan excluding these confounding factors, or how you plan to analyze these data sets so you can focus only on the paternal age?
Yeah, well, I think the answer for this is that long statistical procedure to exclude all the confounders from this. But again, we are having long discussions with the statisticians on this part of my research. But maybe on the 6 months progress, I can give you the proper answer for this.
I'm eager to hear that. Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. I would like to ask one question about maternal age. It will be some including criteria for maternal age in your study. I mean,
still it is not. All I can say that maternal age is between 15 and 49 in these studies that I've found so far.
Thanks for your presentation, Hanna. So I'm curious that because I'm doing a very similar project, yes, all the birth defects. So my question is, because you are investigating the father's age, in fact, also associated with the birth defect. So my question is, when you're doing the title and abstract screening, will you include the father age as a co-investigator in their model in the cohort study or the case control study? So how do you exclude them, or how do you use this kind of data?
You mean only the paternal age? How did
Yeah.
I exclude?
Yes, during your screening, abstract screening. So because in the model they may mainly investigating the paternal age, and sometimes they may work as covariant to including in the model. So will you exclude this study with the covariant of the paternal age?
Okay, thank you for your question.
Thank you.
Still not, because we agreed on with the statisticians that I will include these articles no matter what paternal age groups they used or if they used any. So now I have all types of studies with these different age groups, and I think as we go through the data extraction, maybe we will come up with another idea.
My question related to your second topic, as the period time is very interesting, because we have something happens during these years in 86, yeah, so about Chernobyl. So would you like to investigate or to do a cutoff of date and investigate before 96 and after?
Unfortunately, thank you for your question. Unfortunately, we don't have any data about the before 1980. But I think it's an interesting issue to involve in. But we only have between the study periods.
I would like to ask, what are the most common congenital anomalies are you planning to include in your study?
Thank you for your question. The most common anomalies are the circulatory anomalies, the musculoskeletal ones, and those anomalies that affected the genital organs.
So thank you for your presentation. It was nice to listen to you. And I just wondered, what is the inclusion criteria of your first project?
My inclusion criteria was to involve in the paternal age, the non-chromosomal, so the structural congenital anomalies, basically, and we also went through to involve studies with logistic regression. So these were the main points.